Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Monday, June 15th, 2020. And we begin with a powerful picture making the rounds on the internet. It was snapped in London this weekend and shows a black man slinging an injured white man over his shoulder and carrying him to safety. Remarkable because only moments earlier, the two men were on opposite sides of a raucous demonstration about race. Black Lives Matter protester Patrick Hutchinson knew his rival was in trouble and, as the image documents, chose compassion over the cause. It wasn't easy. Other BLM demonstrators had to help, flanking Mr. Hutchinson and putting protective arms around the person who had just been rallying against them. Of his actions, the hero says simply, "We saved a life." Disney World in Florida has a reopening date. Now, so does Disneyland in California. The magic will return to Anaheim on July 17th, but like its Orlando counterpart, capacity will be limited and reservations are a must. Another possible change has nothing to do with the coronavirus and everything to do with the mood of the nation. There's now a petition to revamp Disney's Splash Mountain log flume ride. Although the name is innocent enough, the theme is based on Song of the South, a 75-year-old movie long criticized for its racist content. The company has tried to distance itself from the film for decades, never releasing it to home video and not including it on its new streaming service. The leading contender for Splash Mountain's new theme, Princess and the Frog. A lot of American companies are taking a hard look at their advertising and their products, making changes to better reflect this country's rainbow of colors. Among the latest, BandAid, which promises a new box of bandages with hues to match the skin tones of all its customers. Johnson & Johnson, the company that makes BandAid, made a similar attempt back in 2005. The product was called Perfect Blend, but it didn't last and instead morphed into a package of clear, see-through bandages. This new effort goes back to its old idea with a range of browns and blacks. Johnson & Johnson joins Starbucks, Walmart, Microsoft, Facebook, Apple, Nike, and Bank of America, all of which have either changed their business practices or declared support for the Black Lives Matter movement in the past 3 weeks. Major League Baseball players are done talking. Over the weekend, they rejected the league's latest proposal to restart the season. Not only that, they won't counter. Instead, players told team owners to order them back to work. To be clear, that doesn't mean we'll hear the crack of the bat anytime soon. There's still a lot of bad blood, and the sticking point is money. The players want more than the owners are willing to pay. If and when the season does start, it'll probably include only 50 or so games and begin sometime between the middle of July and August 1st. The state that had the highest rate of infection from the coronavirus now has the lowest. According to Governor Andrew Cuomo, New York has done a complete 180, and if its citizens stay vigilant and practice social distancing, should soon see an end to the crisis. Other governors can't say the same. Infections are up in at least 23 states, some of which are seeing their biggest numbers yet. 2, Oregon and Utah, are now pushing back their plans for reopening. Florida is also seeing a spike, but that's not stopping it from agreeing to throw a big party this summer. The city of Jacksonville will host President Trump's nomination acceptance speech, and the tens of thousands of people expected to attend after Charlotte, North Carolina, declined due to COVID-19 concerns. That's it for KidNuz. Now our KidNuz quiz. What Disney ride is the focus of a petition to change its theme? Splash Mountain, which is based on the movie Song of the South. How did a Black Lives Matter protester in London make headlines? By helping an injured rival to safety. What everyday product is getting a makeover? Band-Aids, which will come in more colors to reflect more skin tones. What state in the nation reportedly now has the lowest rate of infection from the coronavirus? New York, which once had the highest. In One for the Road, what could be a way for summer camps to survive the need for social distancing. It's called the pod, and basically means campers are divided into small groups, with each assigned 1 or 2 counselors, and that pod stays together for the entirety of the camp. The pods won't commingle with others, which will help keep in-person interactions to a minimum. Some towns are also limiting enrollment to only members of their community, while others are going strictly online. Before we go, we have a bunch of KidNuz birthdays to recognize. Liam in Newton, Massachusetts, Hadley in Essex Junction, Vermont, Krish and Isha in Fairfax, Virginia, Penny in Washington, Illinois, Olivia in Southfield, Michigan, Livia in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, Leo in Castle Pines, Colorado, Jack in Aventura, Florida, Kaylee in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Henry in Victoria, Minnesota, to Texas for Rowie in Dallas and Emma in Austin, to California for Nick in San Francisco, Hayden and Logan in Citrus Heights, and Ileana and Cassidy in Los Angeles, and to Canada for Elliot in Brantford, Ontario, and Anea in Collingwood, Ontario. Thanks for listening, and don't forget you can also listen on Alexa by saying, "Alexa, play the KidNuz podcast." We hope you tune in again for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.